the owner and creator of everything that you find at CarolJo's, which is an online jewelry and accessory business. All right, I am going to turn on some music here. So just give me a second to do that. Then I'll explain some more. We are going to do this music. Except for, we'll just start from the beginning, I think. Hello. Hi, Rainbow, you got in on time. Hi, Rose. All right. Let's see if I'm missing anybody. I think I got everybody. Hi, Scoops Ahoy. Hi, Geraldine. I'm also going to bring up my backup account so I can see TikTok's comments better. So just give me a second to get in there. Oh, there we go. It was being stubborn. All right. And I got to switch over to my backup account. Maybe if I get it right. Ugh, someone's posting a video and it's not letting me go to my backup account. There we go. There we go. It's just being a little slow. Tonight is chat night. We're going to have a chat night. I've just got to go through some things here because I just got on and I'm trying to get everything going. So I do all kinds of things like Scoops Ahoy was asking. We do sale nights. We do tutorials. Tomorrow we're going to do a tutorial. I'll show you what it is. And then we do chat times. So tonight is a chat night. It can be a continuation of our discussion from last night if you guys choose to. Those of you that were on, we were talking about how you can take a simple necklace such as like this one here and make it the focal point of your outfit. And that makes it like a bold, simple necklace that is the focal. So we talked about like this could be like Western type. And so I tried it on with this shirt today and I didn't like it. So I ended up making this necklace this afternoon to go with it today. And I'm going to try it out. I don't know if I like it or not, but we're going to try it out and see. So, but we also talked about how the trends are. Hi, Mitra, for spring and summer of 2025. And what those trends are and how you can make jewelry for those and do the trends that we have going on and how you get to decide which way you want your business. I'm sorry, my hair is driving me nuts. So let me just fix it here quick. You can do how you want to do it to be your business and what fits you for your business. We talked about you could do the boho type look where you do the layered necklaces, or you could do the single necklace like this, more of the chic look. So we talked about that. And I said, take and marinate on what we talked about last night and bring any questions you have tonight. So always, my chats are about, if you guys have questions, please ask, and we as a community will answer them. I am live tonight on YouTube and on TikTok, and so we will try to answer all of them. Hi, is it Toby from Florida? Is that how you pronounce that? If I got it right, please let me know. If I didn't, tell me how to pronounce it. So that's what we, I wanted to start off and say, do you guys want to talk more about what we discussed last night? Yay, I got it right. Thank you. And I'm also going to show you what the tutorial is for tomorrow because I have questions for you guys about that one, but I left it on my other table. So hold on while I grab it. And when you look at it, you're probably going to be like, how is this a trend? Hi, MF. Oh my. Okay. Hi, Sophie, and happy birthday. All right. So you can kind of see it here a little bit, maybe. On my screen, I can see it, but I can't see it on my backup account. So here it is. This necklace. This is what we're going to learn how to do tomorrow. And it looks intimidating, but I'm going to tell you. Let me look and I can tell you. Oh, you're very welcome, Sophie. Hey, rainbow. It is rainbow colored. And there's a reason I picked these shades of the rainbow color too. So it all goes back to trends. So, but I want to tell you, when you see this necklace, it may look overwhelming, but in actuality, it just takes time to make, but it's very simple to make. So just, I'm going to show you guys how we're going to make this tomorrow. I will tell you, it did take me 3 hours to make it. My first name is Carol and my middle name is Joe. And I named my business CarolJo's because it's my name and it's just all things that I like to do. So I am going to go look here. I'm looking up Scrunchies thing right now. So I will tell you, this one does take a little bit of time to make. It isn't going to be, yeah, all right. Thank you, MF, for subbing. I appreciate that. Let me just do this really quick for her. Let me get into it and see. $7 for you scrunchie and things. $7 is where you're at. Get to $7 and then it will be free shipping. So what I was going to say is that this is a very simple necklace to make. I'm going to bring it up to you guys. Now remember, this trend for this year is bold. And this is a bold necklace when you look at it. So, and the way I have it on this neck, this part here, all you're going to see, if you have longer hair like mine, you're going to see from here down. You are not, all right, you're not going to see the chain in the back. The reason why I didn't do the chain in the back is because if you have longer hair, your hair is going to get stuck in some of these beads, the way they are done. And I don't want people to lose their hair just to wear a necklace. Then you're not going to wear it. So that's why I'm going to teach you how to do this with this way. If you're someone who has short hair and you want that bold look, you can go all the way to the back. So you're going to have people, depending on their hairstyle, you can make a difference. And some people with long hair will be okay with it all the way to the back. I personally can't do it. Number one, it's heavy for me and hot. And number two, I don't want to get into my hair. That would turn me off 100% from doing it. But if you look at these, I'm going to show you. They're all on head pins. But do you see right here? It's on wire. I did not do this like I did the cha-cha bracelets. I did this on wire instead of on the chain. So you're going to create the dangles like you do for the cha-cha, but you're going to put it on wire so you don't have to attach them. So what I do is I literally will create all of the dangles outside of it, and then you just string them on. So yes, it does take time. I will tell you, on this necklace here has 240 colored beads and probably about another 100 of the 4mm silvers. So we're going to go into all of that, you know, why I used what I did for beads in the sizings tomorrow. But what I wanted to ask you, would you want me to create kits for you guys to do these? And if so, what kind of colors would you want? And if I did the kits would be just like this, where we have the chain at the top here, and then the lobster clasp here for the type scenario. And then I'm going to go into why I did that. So these beads are actually all beads from my own collection. I will not have enough beads to do this exact one. Yep, I will tomorrow at, I think it's 1 o'clock. I'm going to go look here really quick, Patty. I think it's 1 o'clock for some reason. It's in my head. But let me go look. So I will tell you this. It is an easy necklace to make. It just takes some time to do all of those. And I call this the Chunky Dangle Necklace is what I named this. It is on YouTube and TikTok at 1 o'clock tomorrow. We will probably more than likely still be on TikTok tomorrow, unless, you know, type thing. I'm thinking the ban for TikTok will take place Saturday is what I'm thinking. Thank you, Jerry, for the follow. And so I'm thinking my Saturday live may be impacted. We will see. If it is impacted, if we can get in before they decide to go dark, we'll start on TikTok. And if it goes dark, we'll move over to Instagram. But if we get on Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Central and we can't get in, then I'm just going to go straight over to Instagram. So what we will do, hello, Miss Joya over there. So here, I don't know if you got to see this. This is what we're going to do tomorrow. This is the tutorial tomorrow. It's not today, it's tomorrow. Today's chat. So, but the reason why I picked these rainbow colors, hi Lisa, is because if you go out and you can always Google, and this is the one thing I will tell you guys to do, Google the colors for the next season. I'm already starting to Google the colors for fall and winter. And pretty soon I'm going to start Googling for spring and summer of 2026. Reason being is I want to bring those beads in earlier so that you guys have time to design if you're selling your items. So you have that plan, that time to be able to get that done ahead of time. I actually, when I did more in-person shows, I would get my beads I would order them in November to get here by January. And I ordered both the fall or the spring and summer of that year and the fall of winter. So I was buying for a year in advance. And I made all my jewelry up in January and February because those were the two slowest months that I had in the year to prepare for shows. So I could prepare all of the items that there were for it. I might not get everything for the winter done because you would only know like the actual trends for the jewelry for sure for the spring and summer, but you would kind of have an idea of what you could do for the fall, and then you just do a little bit up later on. So I was always ahead of schedule when I was designing things, if that makes sense. So when I say Google, you can Google the trends, you can Google the colors. The colors for the rainbow colors right now, these are the colors that are the rainbow colors for this trend. It's not the true rainbow. Hi, Ashley, colors that you normally think of. Aha, there's an update, everybody, for TikTok. So because of that, I went and picked the colors for the rainbow. Yes, I do have pink in here too, which isn't part of the rainbow, but I do have a few pink. My pink is actually not a very big bead in here, but I just liked the color that they have for pink right now, which is this color right here. So that's the pink. And the red is this one. Then we go to orange, and this is the red. Sorry, I forgot to show you over here. And then the orange are these two colors of orange, which is more of a coral, and then a deeper orange. And then the green or yellows, you have a light and a dark yellow. So I put both of those in there. This just so happens to be right next to each other. Then our green, I just have the one shade of green. No, I have two shades. I have one that's a metallic and one that's a frost. But they're both about the same shade of green. Blue, we can have a light and a dark blue. So we have like an aqua blue and then the dark blue. And then purples have the light and the dark purple. So there is the dark one and there's the light one. And if you notice, I have faceted beads in here. I have smooth beads. These are all glass. This is made with glass beads that are faceted, non-faceted. We have round, we have rondelles. I didn't go with anything other than a round or a rondelle in this one. So that is what I made. You can make this. This is a heavier one than if it were made with acrylic beads. And so you could do it with acrylic also. I just had all the glass beads in these colors. My acrylic selection isn't very large. So that's why I made this one, is really truly just to have all those different kinds of beads in there. The one that I'm going to do for tomorrow, I've already started working on getting it started. Nope, you're not being nosy because I'm going to say it right now anyways. And I already said it before. It took about 3 hours to make. And my tutorials, I try to keep to an hour. So I'm going to leave part of it that we will finish up on it, but I have to get part of it done in advance. So I will be working, at least 2 hours on getting things ready for it. But like, I'm going to have clear. So I'm going to have this clear bead. When I show it to you tomorrow, you'll be like, yep, it's not going to take 6 hours. You just got to find one of the tools. And then I'm going to have, it is a clear with rainbow rondelles that are larger. And then we're going to have the black bicones. And then we will also have the black rondelles. So tomorrow's will be, I'm going to call it the neutral one. It's going to be blacks and whites. This one to me looks gray because of the rainbow effect in it. But, because if you really look at the bead up close, it's got the rainbow effect. Whoops, let me get that. But it also looks grayish in tone. So that's what we're going to use for beads for this one. So what I'm planning to do is get most of the beads ready for the for it, and then I'll show you how to finish it off. So I'm going to do some of the beads on the live, and some of them I will do off the live. So that is the plan for tomorrow. That's at 1 o'clock Central Time. Yep. Okay. So yesterday I said I have 2 of those beads in that synthetic turquoise left over, but I said they had a larger hole. I think it's going to be stunning tomorrow's, but I think once I got this done, when you just look at the beads in the containers, you're like, really? Is that going to be? But if you wore this like here with a black t-shirt, or I think it will absolutely look fabulous with a white t-shirt or tank top. This is going to stand out. You could pick one of the colors in here for a shirt and put this on there and it still would be stunning. Yep, I would say just pick a shirt with one color. Don't do that. Yes, it will be on YouTube at 1 o'clock Central. So for your time, it'd be 2 o'clock that I will have this. And you guys can always watch the repeat of it. So the question I have for all of you is, because this takes, depending on how many beads you have on a strand, this necklace here can take up to, I'm trying to think here, we got 4 to 6 strands of beads. This is one that's in more, we wouldn't have full strands. So my question is do you guys want me to put strands of beads together that would be 4 to 6 colors, combinations for kits for this? When you're looking at that, the kit is going to probably be $15 to $20. Yep, I think that would be cool too. And I was actually for tomorrow's thinking about doing browns, but I couldn't find a whole bunch of browns that I liked together. So, and then you would get the head pins, you'll get the beads, the chain here, and then the closure. And I'm thinking it's going to probably be more towards $20 for a kit. This one is not, I will tell you, it is not an inexpensive necklace like what we had last night, like this simple of a necklace to make. But the thing is that if someone loves this, they're going to be willing to pay the price for your time and everything in it. Is it something they're going to make a lot of? Probably not. Just a saying. But if you could find a market to do this and they would pay what you're going to put it up for, don't undersell yourself. Make a profit for your time in everything involved in this. That's what I want you guys to say if you're doing these to sell. Make sure you're including your time in that. But yeah, that I can do kits. I'm probably not going to bring a huge amount. Oh, Krista, you can go watch it on YouTube and watch it again. It had a lot of, to me, it was valuable information about doing shows and how to follow the trends and how you can take a simple necklace and make it the trend. Yep, it's kind of Mardi Gras. Kind of. If it were more just the gold, the green, the yellow, and like the purple, yeah. But it is, to me, this was just, oh. Yep, you're going to learn that tomorrow, Patty. Because when you put it together, you're going to be like, really? That's it? Trust me, when you see this together, you're going to be like, really? Yeah. But when you see this, yeah. Yep. Okay, I get you, Joya. So that's why I will tell you, this takes time to make. But the thing is that it's very simple to put together. It's very simple to make. Just like, this was very simple to make, and it's a statement piece. I will say the same thing here. Just your time, because you have so many more beads. Here, you have like 50 beads. Here, this is like 240 color beads. Plus, you have some 4 millimeter silver in this. You don't see the silver. So that is why. It's kind of the cha-cha, but not 100% the cha-cha. It's got the cha-cha vibe. Ooh, that would be cool. So they're talking about having it all in like a turquoise color. So yeah. So yeah, so that's what I'm going to say is that we can have all kinds. Oh no, why would it go up to San Francisco? The mail system lately, my husband works for it. We know. Hey, he never told me. I was looking for someone's package, and he never told me what the postmaster said. I'll have to follow up with him after this. Packages are doing weird things right now, and it's because they used to have UPS help take and transport their packages from point A to point B with a whole bunch of stops in between. And right now, they're just going all over Timbuktu. And the thing is that it could say it's there, but it's really not there. So why I say that, if you guys are having problems getting packages from me, if you let me know, I can send the tracking number with Ryan to the post, and when he goes to the post office, he can ask the postmaster about it. And literally what happens is, once they go in the system and they're like, hey, is this in that container? Because I can see that container moved on, but this package didn't go where the container went, or that type of thing. Then it starts moving the package. I've always had it to where when we did that, it moved on to where it needed to be. So you guys can ask away. I can have him talk with the postmaster about it. Thank you, Michelle. I know a lot of people don't have postmasters that will be able to do that for them, and I feel for you. I am lucky because our postmaster that I go through is really kind. We don't go through the postmaster that's for our house, because the one at our house is not so kind. I go to 2 different post offices rather than the one that we live at, because of just customer service. All right. Now, we talked last night about these 2 beads and doing those with the ball head, the ball head pins. Well, guess what? That hole is too big and it goes through. So I'm grabbing some 3 millimeter beads and seeing if they will look good there. Woohoo! We got to 10K. Thank you guys. I didn't even say that. We have 10 shares. Perfect. So let me see. And somebody commented about their packages, and I was grabbing those, so I didn't get to see. Let's put, and you on YouTube over here, you get to play along too. So you guys can put colors in there. All right. Whoops. I didn't go. There we go. I have a color in there. It's one that I've gotten off of ChatGPT, so it's not our normal color. So you go ahead and put colors in the chat, and we'll see who is first. I've got the bead soup. I'm going to hold off on picking the jewelry until we have a winner, because then I can make sure if who is going to win. If I turn away, I won't know which one was first when we got both here. I'm trying to like find beads touching. Oh, we have everybody that jumped off over there must have came over here, because all of a sudden our numbers went up over here. Somebody's got it. Let's see who it is. Lisa, you are the winner. She guessed the word color tangerine. All right, let me grab our piece of jewelry. All right, our necklaces were on top. I don't know if I've shown this one lately or not, but this is your necklace option. I don't think I have. All right. So this is the necklace option. It is the longer necklaces. I don't know what the length of this one is, but it dangles down with those beads on there. This one, they're mostly glass here. And then this is an acrylic bead on the bottom, just to let you know. Or we have Easter egg bead soup. So Lisa, you get to decide. Do you want the necklace or do you want the bead soup? You let me know. It's telling me I'm not a winner on my backup account. I'm like, no kidding. You want the necklace. You got it. Put that in there, and we'll put that in your basket. All right. You're very, very welcome. Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for tapping away. It's how, as we talk about, it's how we get out into the TikTok world. My hair is really driving me nuts. It doesn't want to lay like right. Any way I put it today. All right. So I can do those earrings. I wear a lot of them too. So I'm thinking we're going to do, how about that for the earrings for that necklace? What do you guys think? Let me know what you guys think. Do you think it is not the right thing? Because even, okay. Let me get, oh, here it is. I got to get a pliers. There we go. Okay. So we're going to make this with the necklace will have some earrings. I'm going to make them up quick. Whoop. It's trying to drop out of my hand. All right, there's one down. I'm going to show you guys that earring and necklace combination here in just a second. Let me get the second earring made. Yeah, I have to start making some stuff to do that. My sister and I were talking about it this afternoon. I want to get some items that are military related, but I want to have some items that are not. but we're only going to do it right now. The way that this is going to go is it would just be once a month. And that's what we're going to start out with. And then go from there. So yeah. And I have not seen the space. Like, they have the space for this set. That's what I was thinking I would do with this set, is do it in there. They have the space in there. So all I have to do is just bring in my stuff the way that I would do it. I do not know anything about a Buddha rosary, and I don't even know about the Catholic rosary because it's not in the religion that I am. No, it's not. It's like a, this is not, no, this is not green. This is actually like a purpley blue. Let me see if it'll be the right colors. Oh my gosh, it's coming across green on there. Like here looks green and it is not. It is the cross between the yellow and the blue. It's a bluey purple. Oh my gosh, now that I see this on here, it's not that color in person. Oh my Lord, because you know what? Does anybody else know? Because there's others, I know others make rosaries. And I know like Grammy Nana makes rosaries. Thank you, Danielle, for the heart me. But if anybody has any info, share please. I'm grabbing a card here. These are my earring cards. So what I was saying about where I'm going, they have the display so I can just bring my things and I hang it up. So I know nothing. We do not, in mine, we do not have rosary of any kind. All right. And I'm getting this set up here to show you guys and gals. So here's our necklace and there is the earrings. So that's what that combination will be like. And so how I'll do those is I have some bags. I don't think I have them over here. Maybe. Let me see if they're in here. Gotta move Beating Betty a little bit. She's in my way. No, I don't have them in here. They're in my closet. I have, like, I would call them like cellophane bags that I will put these in so that they can hang from the hooks that they have, and just put these together, and then I can just put my barcode on them and then sell them that way. That's the plan. So, yep, I like that together. Whoop, whoop. I just got to get my earring backs on there. So we're gonna, my sister is so funny. She, cause she's a vet. And so I asked her for her opinion of like what I should bring and that type of thing. And so we were doing a lot of, you know, we've got the silicone beads. And so we are going to be doing silicone pens. But we're not just doing military. We will do non-military ones too. But we're going to bring in the pens. We will bring in some of the keychains that are with the silicone beads, the wristlets. There was something else I told her at the last minute. I'm like, why didn't I remember that one? And now I can't think of what it was. I have to write this stuff down when I think of it. But we're going to be bringing in jewelry too. Like I could bring in the set that I was just showing you. And we'll bring that. And so she's getting pictures because she's going there tomorrow. Thank you, Laura, for the follow. And anybody else who has followed me while we're here, thank you. I appreciate it. And so, badge reels. That's what it was. Thank you, Joya. I'm writing this down. Badge reels. Because I keep forgetting. And I'm like, oh, Lordy. I remembered everything but that one. So we're going to bring in those because this you can sell to the employees of the VA, and you can also sell to those that are coming into the VA for their appointments. And I don't know how other VA hospitals are, but when you think the hospital, you think just a hospital. But here, the front door and where this is all set up at, you're right by the pharmacy, you're right by the ER, you were where you would go on the elevator to the hospital's part, and you're also right in the same area of where you go down a hall for all the doctor visits that you would do there. Our VA, it's all housed in one building, and where they have this at is like there. So everybody, hi Everly, everybody will be passing by it. And so you're going to have the employees, you will have the people that are there for their appointments that are actually veterans, and you're going to have the caregivers, the spouses, the kids, of the veteran, and it can be male or female on that side coming in. So I want to have things that are geared for men and women, which men is not normally where my strong point of making jewelry is at. And so I am going to, for the men, make bracelets and necklaces that are wood or hematite inspired with those types of beads, more masculine, and maybe bring in some tiger eye or some other natural stones in there type thing. So that's what I'm going to do for the man side or the gentleman side. And then women, just everything that's like popular right now for the trends and such. So that's what I'm going to do. Sorry, there we go. So that's what we're going to do. And she's going to help me get some of it done. So, and I'm running by her what we should get for beads and stuff. And so I have never really created for men before. I used to only have a few necklaces for the men. Oh, you sure can, AJ's Beaded Path. These are Elizabeth Ward. I'm going to grab one here. Let's see, is this one full? Yeah, this one is. This is Elizabeth Ward's Bead Storage Solutions. You can go in and just Google Elizabeth Ward Bead Storage Solutions, and you'll find different places where you can buy them from. That is what that is. And I pulled out where this one has an opening. Do I have that bead? No, I don't. Why is there one missing in this one? That's where, and where I got them all from is a, it was a distributor for her, but currently they were bought out by Michaels, and Michaels doesn't sell them. Yep. What? I'm like, Michelle, I did get your comment, but they're all each. Oh, that one would be good too. I have to see if I have any coconut. So each of the little containers are individual, and they all open on their own here. Oh, I got it. No, I'm like, I must have used it and not filled it in, which drives me nuts when I should have a full one there. Got to figure out where, because that's a gemstone one. Blue gemstone. Where are my blue gemstones? Right here. I'm going to fill it up. Now watch, I don't have one in that size. And no, I don't. That might be why it's open. So when I get, when I use up a bead in a tray that's full, I will go to a half-filled one and put it in here, but I don't have one of the small or tinies. You did? Did you post pictures, Geraldine? Those are so cool. And those are backwards, so we gotta go this way. And yes, I have a backwards and a frontwards because the color and what's in them is on each one of my trays. I am very, very, I will say organized. I have bone too. Okay, I'm looking forward to I have bone beads that came from Alaska that are from the Hagar sale. So any of you that are new, if you've ever had a cartoon, it might be, some of us might have to be a little bit older to know cartoons because we don't do newspapers like we used to. And the funnies would have a cartoon in there called Hagar the Horrible. The original person who designed that designed High and Lois also. Yeah, High and Lois. And he had 2 sons. And he put that, each son got one of the cartoons. And the one that got Hagar the Horrible, his wife, his name was Chris and his wife's name was Carol. And Carol had a bead collection. And after they both passed, I ended up buying the beads from the estate. I am in South Dakota. But the bones are from there. She actually, you could tell she went on trips to buy these beads for her collection. And so the bones came from when they traveled to Alaska. You can tell the bone beads were actually bought in Alaska. No way! Where at? I'm close to Sioux Falls. Do you want to say where he is from? Because yesterday, if Krista's still here, Krista Rose, her husband actually graduated from the same school that my husband graduated from. And then my kids. Belle, okay. Belle, we have family in there. My husband's aunt lives there. So yeah. Small world. So yep. So my in-laws are actually there right now visiting. It would be her niece. Not my husband's aunt. It's my husband's cousin. Jeez. Husband's cousins. Okay, so for shipping, so this is how this works with me when we do things. We will have bead sales throughout. Okay, we'll do it in just 1 second here, Rainbow. We're going to do a 20K giveaway. My sales, I will do Monday through Sunday, or I go Monday through Saturday for sales. And on Sunday, I invoice for all of those sales. I don't go live every day and sell. I'm trying to keep it to like around 4 times a week. Some weeks are going to be a little bit more. But that's what we do for sales. We also do 2 tutorials and 2 chats. Tonight's a chat like this. Thank you, Lisa, for the heart me. And so what we do is once I invoice, I send that out to you. And then once you pay that invoice, the next mailing day is when I send it out. And then from South Dakota to Florida should take, depends on, it might be closer to 5 days to get to you. Sometimes it will be 3. I'm not going to guarantee because the post office is overwhelmed right now. So that is how that happens. And depending on the weight of the package and stuff, sometimes I mail them out priority and sometimes they go ground. Ground is 2 to 5 days. Priority is 2 to 3 days. So that's where it comes from. And with me, if you hit $25 in your subtotal, then you get free shipping. And with the first time that you do claim, I do a deposit just so that we know that your intentions are to do that. Because I've had a lot of people not pay their claims. So we do that now. Thank you for the finger hearts, Lisa. And what we do there is it's a $25 deposit. And what our hopes are is that you get to a subtotal of 25. With that deposit, you'll get free shipping and that type of thing. I'm going to put a word in here for a color. You guys guess it. And then we'll do a bead soup or we'll do a piece of jewelry. Yeah. All right. Let me get a piece of paper so we can write down who it is. And then I got to get our bead soup. We only have 1 color. Little Missy needs to get us some more. Ooh, somebody got it already. So I need to get what we're doing here. So hold on and let me grab the other package of the bead soup in the same color. No, it's not. It's a different color. I thought they were the same, but it's not. Now we're going to pick something else besides a necklace. Next in the containers was the glass pendants. I'm digging in here. Okay, we're going to go with that one. And then we're going to see who the winner is. All right. Patty B is the winner. Patty B guessed silver. And that was our color for the second round for the 20K. And that one, the necklace is going to be a glass pendant that looks like this one. We've got that glass pendant. And then, or you can do the mixed bag of bead soup. So that's the one side, and here is the other side. It is a true bead mix. Little Missy just put some beads together and created bead soup with that. So you let me know, Patty. You want the pendant. You got it. I need her to make me some more bead soup, or tomorrow night we'll be doing 2 different types of jewelry. All right. Whoops, I forgot to put your name on it. And then I would be like, who won the pendant? I forgot to put the name in there. At least I wrote it on the piece of paper. I've put the paper in there without the name on it before, too. Poor Miss Geraldine, I think, was the person that happened to. All right. So what other questions do you guys have for tonight? Because this is all about you guys get to ask the questions. It was Geraldine. I'm waiting. I'm all for your guys' questions tonight. I'm actually working on part of tomorrow night's tutorial while we're talking now. The spiral thing. The bead stopper. This is what you're talking about, right? This is a bead stopper. So you see how there's 2 little things on this? Yep, and you just open it up and you put your bead wire in there. I don't have any in stock right now. They are coming, but it may be just a little bit before you get them. You can get them on the internet too if you want. What color of do I use? My tablecloths do I use? So this also has to do with my branding theme colors. So part of what we have not talked about is for your business to pick your branding colors. What is your brand? And so you can associate with it. And so mine is blacks, grays, and white in that monochromatic with a touch of sage green. Imagine that. I couldn't get my stickers in sage green, but that sticker is as close as I could get. I went with black tablecloths. My displays are painted gray. Mine, I'm getting 2 styles of the bead stoppers in. The ones that have the coating and ones that don't have the coating, so that you can get these open and not have to use your, type thing. I'll have both kinds. Yep, you can use a piece of Scotch tape even. Whatever works and is in your budget. So yes, I will have both of those here. They're in the same order. I actually have 7 orders coming to me, and I'm trying to get my last order together before the sale goes off and I lose my shipping discounts and tariff discounts. Okay, that sounds awesome. Thanks for letting me know. I appreciate it, Cheyenne. So yeah, so that's the bead stoppers will be there. I have other tools that I sell too. I just haven't done the tools. We did them about a month ago, and I only bring those when you guys ask for them or when I get a new tool in. If I get a new tool in, then I'm going to bring them all. But I have lots of different tools for the beading too. I ran out of some, so some of them are coming. Some came in, some are still on their way. But I bring in what I have for tools. So when we do sales, it is the bead supplies, the bead mats, the round nose pliers, I've got the flush cutters here. We got crimp pliers. We have, I cannot, and I will tell you guys this, I cannot get the one-step looper. That is one thing I cannot get. So the one-step looper comes in 3 different sizes, 1.5, 2.25, and 3. At least those are the sizes I know of. Oh, no! You did. So did it take out anybody's cars or anything, or is everything okay? So that is the one thing I can't get. I got both of mine from Art Beads. They are out of, I believe, like the Spokane, Washington area. I think it's Washington. I don't think it's Portland, Oregon. And I waited until they had a 50% off coupon. And so I did 50% off coupon 2 different times and got the 2 different sizes that I have. I don't have the 2.25. Woo! That would have been like scary. And so I will say, if they still do coupons, I have not been on their website in forever, so I don't know if they do or don't. But look and see if you can get a sale to go get the one-step looper. And that's what I'm using tonight. I don't use it a whole lot. This one, I will tell you why on the Cha-Cha that I don't use the one-step looper. And it is because the loop around for that doesn't wrap around the base of the head pin. So because of that, they have a tendency they can open. And your bracelets, you are tougher on your wrist than like you are on earrings or your necklace. So I'm okay using the one-step looper on necklaces and earrings. I just am not on bracelets. So that's why when I teach the Cha-Cha that we do it without it. And they can be pricey. I have no idea what they cost right now. I'm going to go Google it really quick. Do, do, do. Like at Michael's right now, they're $32.99. So yes, they are pricey. But the thing is, okay, so that's cheaper there. But they don't have the 40% off coupons anymore. That's what stinks about that. So yeah. But you can find places where you can get them. So I probably spent, I don't even think I spent $15 on each one of mine back in the day. So, oh dear Lord. Well, that stinks. Thanks for checking, Patty. I appreciate it. I was going to say, I didn't see them ever on Fire Mountain Gems, but they might have them too. We can't go to Joann's and check because nothing, we're going to do the warning. Do not buy anything online from Joann's because Joann's shut off their website. So don't fall for any scams that you're getting a sale online. That would not be Joann's. I just dropped one of my dangles. I need you, dangle. I need you very much. There we go. Ugh. Got it. That can't be bead soup. Okay. Well, and right now, our Joann's isn't even open to be able to get stuff out of because they can't get employees to work there. I have a question. Oh, see, I did not pay it. So, and I wish I could get in the store to see what they have, but they have been closed every time I've driven by. Dear Lord, I had a question and now it went out of my head. It'll come back later. That's what my husband, I was supposed to look something up while we went out to supper tonight. And then I said, we got to go to Sam's Club because we need garbage bags. And then I told him that's the only thing that's on my list is garbage bags. And so he starts walking through the store and he's like, we need dish soap pods, for the dishwasher. And I'm like, I think I bought those. And he goes, I don't think so. So then we don't do this very often, but she wanted to be left in the vehicle. We learned our lesson tonight. So Ryan said, okay, you can stay in the vehicle while Buttercup was there. Ooh, cool there, Geraldine. We were in there, and I was trying to look up if we had gotten the detergent pods for the dishwasher, like the last couple of times we were there, because I use their scan and go, so I can always look up my receipts really quick. And she interrupted my thought, and then I looked at my husband and I'm like, what was I supposed to be looking for? And he looked and he goes, that was just a couple minutes ago. And I go, I know, but just tell me. And he told me, he's like, okay, yep. I looked and I'm like, nope, we didn't get them, so we got to buy them. Because I've been notorious that we will buy, I told them we needed ketchup like 2 trips in a row, and you buy 3 bottles of ketchup. So we were giving ketchup away to our family so that all the bottles wouldn't go bad, because we had 6 bottles of ketchup. So now we're trying not to make that mistake again and look it up on the app. But what we figured out with Buttercup, it wasn't her fault. Whenever I lock the door, I use the door lock where you can just lock all the doors, hit the button inside the vehicle. My husband notoriously uses the key fobs. And she kept calling us and she's like, the alarm's going off. The alarm keeps going off. And I kept shutting it off with our fob and stuff, and then it would go off again, and she's calling us going, it's going off again. And Ryan goes, stop moving in the car. And I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, I think there's a motion detector in the car. Sure as shooting, my vehicle has a motion detector in the car, so if you move and you've used the key fob, your alarm goes off. Tell me, why is that a really important feature that you need on a vehicle? Who needs an internal motion detector on a car? You guys can all laugh at that, because I was like, oh my Lord, really? I was like, you're gotta be kidding me. Here we have all of the clear. Whoop, I gotta do the puzzle piece for tomorrow night's tutorial. I'm not gonna do them all up. I'm just gonna do a few of them all up. Yeah. So we told her she needed to stop moving. So then I was like, oh, she might need snacks for school, because they can bring snacks for school. Then they get 2 snacks a day they can eat. So I'm like, okay. So then I call her and I'm like, do you need snacks? And she's sitting there with the phone like this, and she's like, yeah, I do. She wouldn't even move anything. And I'm like, how are you even doing? She's like, I'm holding the phone, my thumb, answer. I'm like, oh my Lord. She was too scared to move. We traumatized the poor girl. Yeah, nobody's going to surprise me. I still need to get that. Oh, geez, I would never. She's 9 years old and I was having a heart failure doing that. But we have very tinted windows in that vehicle. Like literally, it's an SUV, a big, huge SUV. It's the same SUV that the FBI uses. And mine is black. Oh, mine's blacked out. It came from the manufacturer's blacked out. The only thing I did differently is I blacked out the windows in the front. And so my windows are very dark tinted in the back. It came from the manufacturer with dark tinted windows, but I did the front dark tinted. So you can't even, when you look at my vehicle, everybody thinks it's the FBI coming. And it's stock. I'm like, I just wanted a black vehicle. I love black painted cars. So yes. Yep, it is. It's like NCIS or what was the other show I was thinking of? It was the FBI one, or the where they profiled people. What was the name of that show? Yeah. Did you see me? I can't handle blood and gore. Let me go to a crime scene. Not. So yeah, and selling Girl Scout cookies. Do you know how many people when we pull up, and we were making appointments for everybody, we pull up with our vehicle and people would be like, who is here? Oh, so yeah. Uh-oh, people are being filtered. Now, is it because of that show people are being filtered? All right. Well, I am. Uh-oh, Belize, hello. I don't know what you retracted there, but I didn't see it. Sorry, but hello. But I was going to say, I am going to go have some time with Ryan for a little bit tonight. So I'm going to hop off. But tomorrow, 1 o'clock, I'm going to take the blue necklace off here so you guys can see. We're going to make this one in blacks and white glass beads tomorrow. That's what we're going to do tomorrow is this necklace. We'll do a tutorial on that. That's at 1 p.m. Central Time. And then at 7 o'clock Central, we will be doing the bead sale. I've got some of the items pulled. I will probably show some of them tomorrow during the tutorial so you guys can see. I have 6 different butterfly pendants, and that's the pendants that I'm going to bring. We have some larger lobster clasps. Okay. There's some other things that we've got that I can't remember off the top of my head. I did bring this Friday some larger size beads like we saw that I showed you for this next necklace that we're doing for tomorrow, so that you can use those either for the simple bold necklace, this style, or you can also use them on this one. So I'm trying to bring in those. I will also be bringing back from Monday night's subscriber night, any of the kits that did not sell out. I will bring those back tomorrow night, but they just will not have the discount on Friday night like they did Monday night. I will also bring a few kits of this necklace too. So that's what we got going on that I can think of off the top of my head for the bead sale tomorrow. Saturday's bead sale is going to be the cabochon sale. I know I have not been talking about that one very much, but if you're someone that does cabochons and the cabochon settings, that is one of them that you're going to want to come to. I will have all the different sizes. I have new settings and I have new cabochons from the last one we had a few months ago. God, I can't even remember when that was. Was that in January or was it in December? I don't remember, but we will have a lot of different cabochon settings and cabochons. So, and I have some cabochons that will not have the flat back. They will have the, they have a rounded back. So we're going to use the open back is what you would use for setting on those. So I have some of those. Hello, Cammie. So we're going to have a lot of different things on Saturday, and Saturday's sale will more than likely start on TikTok, depending on what happens. And I know they say the ban doesn't start till the 5th, but last time they did it and went black, it was 12 hours after type scenario. So they went more off of like the time in China, and they were about 12 hours ahead of us. So what I'm envisioning is that I will be able to start the live, but I might not be able to do the entire live there. If that happens, we're going to move over on Saturday to Instagram. So I would love it if you would also follow me on Instagram before then, so that we're not scrambling trying to get there. Now, to follow me on Instagram here from the TikTok, if you go to my CJS logo at the top, CJS logo at the bottom, you get to my profile. In my profile, there is a line that says lemonade and more. If you touch that line, you will get 2 boxes at the bottom. One will say lemonade and the other one says something tree. The one that says something tree, touch that one, and then a new page is going to come up on top, and that page has a list of items. It is the link to the deposit for my lives. It actually goes to my actual website where you can see anything that I have for out there, but it also has links to every one of my social medias. So what I would say is if you want to follow me on all the different social medias or subscribe, whatever the word is for that social media, go ahead and do that. And that way we're prepared for if something were to happen on Saturday. And then also that prepares us for the next week when I do the schedule. I have been posting the schedule on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. So if something were to happen, all of the things that I would be doing on TikTok will be on Instagram. So I hope that helps you guys figure out where I'm going to be at in case something happens. Last time I thought, oh, it's never going to happen. So I wasn't as prepared. Now this time I'm prepared, and guess what? It'll probably work just fine. So we'll see what happens throughout the weekend or tomorrow. But I just want to prepare y'all and tell you where to go to be able to see where I'm at. So if you guys have any questions, you're always more than welcome to message me or email me, and I try to get back to you. If I don't, just bug me. Because sometimes I'm like, oh, I'll get back to it, and then I forget. I am human. All right. Yep, I can do that too. I can do a short. I will. You all have a great night. We will see you 1 o'clock Central Time tomorrow for our tutorial. We'll see you then. Bye, everybody.